All right, we good. What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Anita's Joint. Hashtag extended joint where every day is payday, baby. Hold on now. What the hell? Nigga, I know y'all didn't just say no, 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 no. My name is no. My sign is no. Y'all said no to Rodman? Hold on. NWSL rejects Spirit's multi-million-dollar offer to keep Trinity Rodman in the league? Sources. Nigga, what? Nah, nigga, this is some made up shit. This was some shit you don't just wake up to, like, nigga, I was waiting for some news to drop, and I can't believe I'm 2 days late. But regardless of the fact, why is this article even in the thought form? Like, I can't believe y'all said no to Rodman. Like, what? Rodman. Nigga, I told you. I don't know what to say, Rodman. Oh, nigga, how they say no to you? They said, I vote for you. So it was Cap? It was Cap. It was Cap. So remember, when I told y'all, nigga, it's Cap. I don't know. Is this like the this is just obviously, I mean, like, firsthand, like, they don't want to see Rodman win. If they wanted to see Rodman win, they would give her whatever. But see, the thing about it is, what does Robin represent? What do they fear in Robin to say no? Why did they reject her? Like, we're gonna see some of the rhetoric and some of the articles, but why say no to a player you said you gonna fight for? It is, what do they say? It's like near opposites, near opposites. And we got one CBS video of the what's his name? That fuck, what is his name? I guess her handler, not her handler, but her agent. So he's over here making the money moves. He's a white man, so she's got favor in that part. I mean, so, and then you know we got I guess a little video of maybe Jessica talking about it, but I guess we're gonna see what happened. Like, they said cumulative. I think we broke down one phrase already in the AI because I didn't know what it meant off rip. Um, but yeah, like, and like I said, apparently Rodman wants to stay in the league, nigga. So y'all already, like, she wants to stay here in y'all league, nigga, in y'all limited geographical region, and then y'all still said no. That's the part for Robin probably, like, well, it's really up to Robin and how she's viewing her reality. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, I'm just the observer of this. Obviously, I'm radical, so of course DC Power is the move I'm making. She's already better than most players in any league she probably steps into, and with healthier boundaries and, like, just a better, more environment than the NWSL. Because, like I said, let's not act like NWSL is a healthy environment for a young player like Robin to actually thrive in. Anyways, you're coming to a league that has historically have been known to be you know have abuse issues, power dynamic abuse issues in America, but it makes more sense why especially how much money is being involved right now in the women's game, especially in the NWSL, like the power dynamics, the shady deals, and all the backhand ass kissing that's going on in the cult. Remember, it's in the cult rhetoric. You already know we broke down the 4C ideologies, the coaching, the y'all already know, nigga. Y'all already know. I know it's embedded in y'all niggas, but it doesn't work for Houston Dash, as you see. Um, but yeah, like the fact that Rodman, there was a contract that was sent through, and all NWSL was like approved, and they said no. They looked at that shit like, hold on, how much you say you want? And it's like, and also, with the agent, right, with Rodman, and whatever they value Rodman at herself, whatever Robin values herself at, it's more than the NWSL sister. Obviously, she's bigger than NWSL. We're all bigger than these jobs, these titles, in totality. But yeah, in a cap space, so you just seen the game, the theater of this play out, and you're just like, I mean, does Robin now still stay in the league? It's like, what the fuck? And it's like, if you're, I guess, a player similar to Rodman's archetype, still in the NWSL, like, let me see, Margaret Purse, Ali Watt. Let's call out these archetypes, right? Because the spotlight on you, homie. Do you think your value is up there with the Rodman, or not say compared to Rodman, but compare yourself to Rodman as an archetype, Ali Watt? Midge Purse, all the girls. Obviously, I'm out here looking for y'all. I'm out here like looking out for y'all. Me official got a bag, you know. But like I said, y'all, all y'all had to do was say yes. Whatever ramen wanted was within some framework of the guidelines, right? And did they find all the loopholes in the whole game? Like, is that what it is? So they found every loophole in the game for Robin to actually stay with Michelle, billionaire Kang, Washington Spirit. And y'all still say no? I'm with Michelle King, like, what the fuck, nigga? Like, oh my god, like, I could pay for her. No, they ain't trying to bid for Robin. And that's the thing, it's like, y'all not trying to take Michelle King's money now? Like, what's going on? Like, are y'all really serious? Y'all saying no to Michelle King? Y'all not trying to take her money now? Like, why don't they don't want to take Michelle King money now? What's the issue? What's the issue? So they don't want to take Michelle King. They took what, 35 million? She bought, Washington Spirit for pretty cheap, honestly, right? Would you say? Huh? Pretty cheap for having a Rodman archetype on that team. She bought. Oh man. But anyways, why did NWSL block Trinity Rodman? This is crazy. And it's not even like it's like I don't want it to come out to be like I told you so, but it's just like, damn. And really, there's no logical explanation. Okay, there's multiple articles, obviously. So let's already get into it. There's multiple. I guess this is the one that everyone saw. This is the one I used in my thumbnail. Let's read a little bit of this. This is Athletic, so they like inside a scoop. NWSL rejects Spirit's multi-million-dollar offer to keep Trinity Rodman and league sources. And as we know, we're gonna hear from the agent. It just says the Spirit offered Trinity Rodman a multi-year, multi-million-dollar offer. Simple. The Washington Spirit proposed a multi-million-dollar offer to keep Trinity Rodman in the NWSL, which she is ready to accept. It was vetoed by the NWSL commissioner, Jessica Bergman, according to sources, who were briefed on the deal but not authorized to speak on it publicly. Bloomberg first reported the news, a failed attempt to re-sign Rodman. The failed attempt to re-sign Rodman. I didn't see that one. Hold on. We'll have to go back to that one, huh? Who is one of the primary stars, not just of the Spirit, but of the NWSL as a whole? Especially since you took a list, you left a list, you sent Alyssa over there. It is like also removing of the removing of the stars that they did have is so they can create new ones, right? But we still got Barbara Banda here and Chad Winga. And now we have Jackie, obviously. Our goal, damn, man, see, you just gotta look out for those players. Look, our goal is to ensure that the very best in the world, including Trinity, come to call this league home. We'll do everything we can, utilize every lever within our rules to keep Rodman in, a league spokesman said on Wednesday. And when also, it's like, will NWSL or Jessica Bergman or any of these people be actually more transparent? They probably won't, because it's all about control. So I guess I'm not even gonna ask that question because we already know the answer. The answer is no. Of course, according to sources, the Spirits have proposed a 4-year scaling contract that would see the 23-year-old free agent paid more in the final 2 years of the deal, with the hope of an increased media rights deal for the NWSL helping with those costs. The current media rights deal expires in 2027. Sources did not provide exact figures for Rodman's proposed salary for each of the 4 years, though the annual average would be over 1 million, and felt it was competitive with inbound offers from top European clubs. Rodman signed a 4-year, $1.1 million contract extension in 2022 after her rookie season. That deal ended this year. Berman and the league believe the structure of the proposed contract violates league rules, according to a source briefed in the league decisions. She's worth watching. Okay. Like I said, no love for the DC Power. What about DC Power? The DC Power League. I'll never, like I said, DC Power is another top Division 1 league. Obviously, the archetypes are still. Some of them are young. Most of them, I think, most of them are young, right? Some of them are not, obviously. But the league is in its second season. And once again, it's a destination. They're gonna play in the same stadium. Like we're gonna play in the same stadium. Based on the NWSL 2025 competition manual, the salary cap regulations do not appear to directly forbid the increase of the salary from year to year. It says based on the 2025 competition, competition manual. I feel like why can't I say this word? We got to learn how to say this. Sorry, y'all.
Competition.
Yeah. Okay, competition. I was right. The salary cap regulations do not appear to be directly forbid the increase of a salary from year to year. The Washington Spirit met the league salary cap in every given year for the 2026 season. The team salary cap is $3.5 million. By the end of the proposed offer in 2029, the salary cap would be $4.9 million. There's no maximum for any individual player salary in the NWSL collective bargaining agreement. Like I said, it says there is no maximum for any individual player's salary in the NWSL's collective bargain. Meaning they could pay Rodman whatever it can as long as they stay under the cap, obviously. So they sign archetypes that are what? Some are willing to take less money for the opportunity. Maybe. So they don't get paid their value on another team. But anyways, the cap is a cap. That's crazy. But Michelle King's a billionaire, right? So she has all the resources to be able to secure the bag with Rodman. So that's not even the issue. So the money's not the issue, obviously. This is how they plan. Like I said, Monopoly, they play Monopoly. All these billionaires have football teams now. And like I said, we've been waiting to see what's going down. And look, DC Power over here like, okay, so y'all over here vetoing y'all own girl to stay in y'all league. And like I said, and then like players are like, what the fuck was in her contract that made y'all say no? So they said that it violated league rules. What league rules, nigga? The Spirit declined. Oh, what it says. The Spirit declined a request for comment Wednesday. Sources say that because the postponed contract structure did not violate any NWSL rules, the NWSL Players Association has filed a grievance with the league on Robin's behalf. Like I said, that's interesting. It's like, did Robin ask that? Did Robin ask for them to come into there? But it's interesting take. You know what I'm saying? Like did Robin like ask for them to like intervene? Or did they just like, hey dog, they really gotta do something about this. This is not right. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm curious. Robin, did you tell them to go file a grievance to go file a complaint? Did you ask them that personally? Because I that really, because it's like, okay, if she did, okay. If she didn't, what's the player's motive behind filing this grievance? Thank you. All right, it's my case. All right, so it says, according to the NWSL CBA, because remember when we talked about what the NWSL, the future, the former generation left, they didn't leave anything. They now they now they doing this, filing a grievance with the league that has been abusing them since its inception. You know what I'm saying? Now they out here like, we want, okay, hey, look, let's see what they gonna get. All right. According to the NWSL CBA, once a grievance is filed, in this case by the PA, listen. Also, the WNBA, they extended their, they had 2 extensions, right? And their salary cap is going up to the millies. That's what they offering them right now. They said we need more time to think about it. So I think obviously the NWSL gets to watch the WNBA, see how they are negotiating their financial future, their generational wealth, and people want to know, well, so what's going on? Why can't Rodman get paid what within the rules of the contract, right? So it's a genuine honest curiosity, but also you need to understand why NWSL can't have that happen. Because, like I said, just the fact that has this ever happened in NWSL? Have you ever read upon this shit? Because, like I said, it all got triggered with obviously Trinity Rodman's contract going up, and like I said, they hadn't re-signed Rodman yet, right? And they hadn't signed Rodman during that whole season that they played, that they got all the way up to the final, but she was still thinking, obviously, right? and then when eventually her contract was up, obviously the bids got real. They're like, well, she's a free agent. We have to sit down with her. We gotta talk to her agent, talk to somebody connected to her. She's a free agent. She's on the market. Washington have yet to re-sign her in the whole league. You know what I mean? So it's like, this is all DC Power made the bid. That that's another thing. It's like, okay, so when DC Power made the bid, how come we never heard, like, were there already articles about the Women's Super League teams, which Women's Super League teams, or even other European team? Like, did we have an article that came out? Hey, like, Arsenal makes a bid, or Manchester City women make a bid for Robin type shit ass nigga. You know what I'm saying? We never got that. We got the DC Power bid with European clubs, and that's what that the whole train started. You know what I'm saying? The DC Power big shook everyone, definitely, and they just don't want to talk about it, obviously, because it's just like a little old. And it's like this. It's like they're gonna be your equal, bro. They're gonna be your equal, your mirror, right? Your mirror. How y'all gonna be able to get better off each other? Obviously, y'all have a lot to get better at. NWSL meaning, but once again, the league has 14 days to reply via email to say if the grievance is sustained or denied. What do y'all think they're going to say? What do y'all think NWSL going to say? And then what's their explanation? If that doesn't happen, the grievance would then go to a committee with one representative appointed by the league and one represented by the PA. Operation is also on the table if either of those methods fail. Damn. So how many steps to result? Like, how many steps are they going to result? Like, that's just so many steps, nigga. Like, why are we taking so many steps? And like I said, this is what Rodman's, like, that's crazy. It's like, what did they offer Rodman that they had to say no to? Or what was Rodman asking for? We already know. She wasn't asking for anything she didn't deserve, obviously. Rodman wasn't asking for anything she didn't deserve, obviously. Within the rules of y'all's simulation system, right? See or no? But still, y'all said no? That's what's crazy about it. Rodman really was like, I'll play by your rules. Within the rules. And y'all still said no. And it just shows you that the control is cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. It's cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. I mean, damn, nigga. So that's how y'all gonna be treated? And then some of y'all are gonna settle for less than get your generational wealth. That's crazy. Don't do it. The NWSL ain't without you. Remember that. And I mean, aka the players. And like I said, the players, they can offer I guess lesser than their worth. They'll be okay with that, because remember their demographic that they're targeting. It really ain't Trinity Rodman archetypes. Like, did anything that you hear from the commissioner when it said independent collective and the commissioner looks the way she looks, did any of that say Trinity Rodman in the future? And now it's just more echoing of, no, we don't see Trinity Rodman in our future. we reject her her to it's like, nigga, no, we reject her to re-sign with the league, nigga. We don't want, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, is that true? Is that what we're saying? Like, it's like, no, this can't be real. This is, I just didn't think that this was actually possible. Like, to be honest, I didn't think that this was actually possible. Like, for us to get a story like this. Like, I generally, like, for real though, y'all. Come on now, like, for real. It was in the cap, like, and so I think at the same time everyone's kind of stunned too. I think everyone is kind of stunned too, because it's just like, wait, what? Come on, what? Like, wait, huh? What? She playing in the rules though, in the rules. Come on, it's like, what's y'all's cap? It's only 3.5 million. Michelle Kang a billionaire. And then what happened if she go and say, okay, this tax her for the overcharge, nigga, just make her. But like I said, they don't want Michelle Kang money. Y'all don't want her money now? Like, I don't understand. So y'all don't want Michelle Kang money. So they don't want Michelle Kang money, but then they also don't want the other billionaires and millionaires that have teams, and they want to sign archetypes too, right? They want to play within the monopoly, but then the monopoly to get an advantage over them, because it's a football club. You need to be competitive. Your team needs to be in tournaments. Your team needs to be visible for girls to see, obviously. So, like I said, if Washington playing this way, well, Trinity Rodman has her visibility. We need to attract archetypes like her. She's a great foundational anchor. We have a billionaire. We got other things that it goes more into it. These media right deals. We on television, shit like this. People want to, like, I tell you, the millionaires. These niggas want to play. They want to play. And that, I mean, obviously, that's how you play. You play within the rules. So you see Washington trying to play within NWSL rules, and then NWSL is like, no, y'all actually crossing the line right here. So then they're like, okay, so we're gonna see what this after the 14 days, what response. Obviously, either what right here. This is just crazy rhetoric. The league has 14 days to reply via email. Obviously, say its grievances. If the grievances is sustained or denied. If it doesn't happen, the grievances will then go to a committee, one represented by 1 and 1. It said arbitration is also on the table if either of those. Let's see how they say this word real quick. And also, what the fuck is this? Is a private, out of court method of resolving legal disputes. Where parties present their case, an unusual third party arbiter. Okay. Like, what's his name? I think about the Shannon Sharp stuff where he had to go, like, and I think he offered her a certain amount of money to settle type shit, that type of stuff. But it's like with Trinity Rodman, they would probably want to know, like, what is it in the contract that y'all didn't like for Rodman? You know what I'm saying? Let me read more into. All right, like I said, ultimately she vetoed it. They want Robin to settle for less. I really think they just want Robin to settle for less. And if, like I said, if Robin loses, aka she signs a contract, she signs a contract less than her value. What the hell? That's cap. What really happened? NWSL Commissioner Jessica Berman vetoed a proposed a 4-year multi-million-dollar contract between Rodman and Washington Kang Spirit. The deal reportedly averaged over $1 million per year, and if accepted, would have made Rodman the highest paid player in the league. The league justified its veto by claiming the offer violated the spirit of their spending/fair compensation rules. Did we go on this article? However, that's crazy ass headline report. NWSL commissioner rejects Washington Spirit's offer to Rodman. Like, who cares? Like, oh, y'all got a contract for her? Man, sign it. This is how we fight, man. That fight was so easy, wasn't it? Wasn't that fight so easy? Shit, man. We gonna fight for Rodman, nigga. That fight was easy, man. We handled that shit. Nigga. So the first offer you heard was real. Okay, what it tells us about the rhetoric versus reality and why your doubts make sense. Your reaction, it says, if you say you're going to fight to keep her, then why block her contract? Exactly why a lot of people are asking. Here's what the situation exposes. The league publicly said it wants to keep the top talent, especially Rodman, but internally, when a bid pushes past what many perceive a safe threshold, they still clamp down, using parity, budget discipline, and competitive balance as excuses. That means even though clubs and players might agree on the deal, the league controls the ultimate gatekeeping. For a player of Rodman's magnitude, that control becomes a question. Is it about honoring her value or maintaining a system that keeps talent locked in, salaries capped, and leverage minimized? And like I said, with Rodman, I mean, she got to the final both years. Like that's crazy. I haven't really been tapped into the NWSL, but she's helped her team. She's been a part of the Washington Spirit team to get to 2 back-to-back finals, which is incredible for her. And like I said, she wants to stay. What's this? You know what I'm saying? It's like damn. So it's like damn. Y'all really like but Robin play more in the lines, Robin, and that's why they really want to like, nah, nigga, this is great. Like this is great. And honestly, it's good that it is good that the ninjas ask why. Pretty much. For your perspective, and I think you're not alone on this one, it looks like a power move to force a player into submission, not a protective or fair play move. Yes, of course they want they want Rodman to submit to. But like I said, this is why it's like Rodman. DC Power made a bid for you. Michelle Kane could give you all the money too, you know. And maybe it's because also Rodman's part like, well, I like my team I play with. You know, I like my team. That means if she goes to another league, she has to get to know new teammates. You know, as well. It says why the entire move is a signal for something bigger. If the league won't allow one of their biggest stars to sign a record-breaking deal, what does it say about their claim to retain the league's best? It shows the league still fears archetypes that attract power, because once you let one black woman become that visible and value in the league, you can't treat her like the rest. It forces players like Robin to choose between loyalty and real value, and that's a heavy gatekeeping mechanism. It also underscores why alternate, like other leagues, domestic or abroad, or the new mirror league you've been following, matter. When one system clamps the gates, new ones open to receive. Like I said, and thrive on these archetypes. Like I said, Robin could go to DC Power. I mean, obviously that's the first team I'm going for. Now I know y'all think it's Cap, but girl can dream, obviously, and it's solid. It's not a oh it couldn't happen. It's a solid. They put money on this shit, nigga. The fuck wrong with you niggas? All right, hold on. I can't believe y'all rejected Rodman. I can't believe I'm here to say, damn, NWSL said no. Like nigga, what? Nah, this is not it. We just talked about how DC Power made a massive bid. Okay, let's talk about why don't y'all apparently the MLS have a rule where you can like offer a player, you can bend the rules. LOL, bend the rules. Why they don't want Michelle Kang's money for some reason. Bend the rules for Rodman. The truth. They will not bend the rules for a melanated star. They will bend them for the system, not for the soul. And Rodman is a soul, not a system. This is why the league and all the PR fluff about fighting to keep her, and then veto the actual contract, veto the actual contract that would have kept her. Let's break it down. The league didn't block, of course, Michelle Kang. They blocked what Robin represents. Obviously, Michelle Kang is a billionaire. That's the clear part. And technically, on paper, Michelle Kang, maybe she could offer Rodman in the football realm to sign her. She could definitely offer her way more than other teams could. See or no? Right. But the NWSL isn't about who can pay. It's about who is allowed to be valued. Is it? Is NWSL is it like that? Because we be trying to break down NWSL. We know they have a certain archetype that they want to continue to attract to because they feel like that energy is sustainable, and it's not people that look like me, right? So it's people that look like the commissioner, right, and younger, or like Emma Hayes type archetypes, right? So, and Michelle Kang's that are billionaires, deep pockets. Yeah, they can attract more of hers. Shit. If they let Ken give Rodman $1 million contract, that would be setting the precedent that a young black woman can be the highest paid player in the league history, determine her own market value, push the league into a new pay era, and break the ceiling. Not patiently nudged it. What the fuck? All right, the league is terrified. It is. The league wants Rodman to take less to preserve control. This is the part no one wants to say out loud, but you already said it. The league wants Rodman to take less to preserve control, and that's disgusting. Outright disgusting. Who the fuck are these ninjas? What would the league would be without Trinity Rodman archetype? One of our triple espressos? Huh? One of our gold medalists? Huh? The audacity, bro. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. For some little old control. But it's like, what control is it that Robin represents that y'all feel that y'all would lose if y'all gave her the contract? See? Huh? What is it? What really is it? Is it the race? Really? Could it be the race? Nah. This can't be just race, right? What is it? What is it? And y'all have look, people are gonna use Rodman's case as a blueprint to be like, you know what, I think I'm da. See, and that's the thing. That's the rhetoric. That's the thought form. They don't want people going down. They don't want players going down. But it's too late. The thinking processes, people are already thinking in this way. It's too late. Like I said, we got alternative leagues, nigga. We have a whole game-rich super league right next door, and for Rodman, literally same football field. So, but obviously new teammates. But like I said, she can go to Europe, like y'all all been wanting her to go if she doesn't stay in America. Yeah, go over there too. You know what I'm saying, Rodman? Whatever you want to do, homie. I'm just saying DC Power is local, but hey, what am I talking? They offer you the bag. Hey, look. But and then, like I said, she want to stay in NWSL. She literally said yes to the certain contract that they drew up, and the league said no, nigga. I can't believe it. I just can't believe it, nigga. Nigga, are we really seeing the NWSL for what it is? Because y'all really have to see. You're like, hold on. I know everyone's scratching their head. Like, hold on, nigga, what? They Commissioner capping, right? Commissioner capping, right? Come on, like, let's be serious. Look, the fight was over, bro. All they had to do say approved. The fight was over. We fought for Rodman. It was so, man, they could have been on a parade right now. Man, we signed Rodman so easily, quick and squeezy. Man, she's our record-breaking signing, homie. Look at her. Trinity Rodman, nigga. But they said no. Oh, they said no? They said no. Yeah. What? We could have seen all. Can't you see the art? Oh, Trinity Rodman resigns. Nigga, we hear the opposite. The league rejects Rodman. What? So it's y'all crazy. Y'all crazy. So the league wants Rodman to take less, obviously, to preserve control. Bending the rules for Trinity equals losing control of the archetype. The melanated divine feminine does not stay in a box. Obviously, if Trinity signs a $1 million contract plus, she becomes the face of the league, not them. She becomes the model for salary standards, not them. She becomes the gravitational center of talent, not them. And suddenly the league isn't in charge anymore. They want her talent, not her power. So yes, the veto is literally the league saying, we want you here, but on our terms, not yours. And like I said, is Robin willing to do that? Bending the rules has never existed, and not just for players like her. The NWSL has rules for expansion owners, investors, stadium deals, white legacy stars, corporate partners, the media pipeline. But for the first time, bending the rules will benefit a young, like I said, a black woman who doesn't need validation, whose archetype can't be assimilated, who represents freedom, not dependence. And they're like, oh shit, this can't happen. Nigga. Once again, DC Power. What does it say? The system will not break rules for other systems. It says the system will break rules for other systems. The system will not break rules for a player whose vibration is outside their container. Damn, that's the thing about Rodman. Like I said, she's not in the box. She's outside the box, and they just can't energetically do that. And then if they do that, then they're ready for the healing and the awakening and the transcendence and the evolution and the totality of and what changes that would bring to their league if you gave Rodman that contract. Well, the changes that would bring to your league, and these changes are what unpredictable. But it's constant. But y'all are like, nah, nigga, we change. That's the C they can't. They don't want to change. They want control, nigga. You know what I'm saying? And they want a cage. So like I said, they're look. Damn, Rodman. I'm so sorry, Rodman. I can't believe they said no to you, homie. I would never. I would never. Say no to Robin. I'll be like, that's all she wants? Nigga, when Robin came back to them, to NWSL, like, here, I still want to stay in your league, nigga. This is what I want. They should have been like, oh my God, nigga, she want to stay with us, nigga. We winning, nigga. We winning. And then he's like, fuck no, Robin, we don't want you, nigga. This shit right here, nigga, you ain't getting that shit, nigga. Take less. This shit right here, nigga, nah, that ain't gonna happen either. You think, nigga, over my... Nah, it wasn't like that, but come on now. I don't know how it went down. I don't think Robin was in the room when it all happened, but still. And like I said, that's what y'all told Rodman. I just can't believe it. No, I would never say no to re-signing Trinity Rodman. She can get healthy, maintain healthiness. Like I said, she's one of our triple espressos, nigga. Did y'all not see what they did at the Olympics? They won gold, for fuck's sakes. But anyways, Rodman's already an NWSL champion once again, and she's an archetype that you could build the team around. Like, what in the world is they thinking? What are they thinking? Like, so they want her to take less. They don't want to see her win, and they want to control her even more. And now, like I said, it's like, damn, that's it. That's what you get with the NWSL package, Rodman. And then you're like, okay, what are my other options? That's how I be like, so coach, what are my other options? That's what I'm thinking. Rodman's like, oh, damn, y'all niggas like, what are my other options? And that's why it's like the rejection is so loud. The rejection is so loud. I know y'all like, nah, nigga, this can't be. See, y'all don't want to blow it out of proportion, obviously. Cool question. All right, hold on. This it says the reporting says the official rhetoric, because we like I said, we're following the rhetoric, aka the patterns, and understanding what they're building their lie upon. Obviously, especially when it comes to just re-signing a top tier talent like a Trinity Rodman in your league that's in your league that is expanding in a capped geographical. It's like checking all the boxes of their boxes, and then it's like that one knucklehead in the corner. It's like that's not it. That's like the devil in the details is in of itself. Oh, let's watch this one. All right, we got. Let's see. Rodman's status as a free agent and her future within the NWSL have been one of the major storylines for the past month. Rodman has received interest from European clubs, made all more concerning to the NWSL as the. So once again, Rodman's status as a free. Rodman has received interest from European clubs, and what about the DC Power League that literally outbid probably everybody? Y'all refused to that's the elephant in the room. They refused to acknowledge the DC Power Cambridge bid, which is crazy. Like, niggas, nah, this can't be obvious. Like, we know about the European offers. That's given. If I'm in Europe, of course Trinity Rodman's a free agent. Of course I'm trying to sign her. Especially if your team needs it. And if your team doesn't need it, how much money can I give her? How much money can we give her to come play for our football club? Type shit. Because in Europe, you can participate in this thing called Champions League and other stuff, yada yada yada. You know what I'm saying? So, but what about DC Power? And they're continuing to say like DC Power is not like top level. Like, it has the same status as the NWSL and as the WSL, as the top flight women's league for women to play professionally, but it may still have an underrepresentation of the archetypes when it comes to NWSL and some other and their rhetoric and their perception and their cult line, because it's just like it's on paper it's the same thing. Your archetypes may not be known yet to the collective, but that don't mean their football's not there. Like if like I said, they could be playing amazing football, and I know they probably are. I just haven't been able to tap in yet because, like I said, I have other leagues I tap into, obviously, but we finna tap in because it's just like okay now, it just obviously it's time to just transition my attention to something else. I can watch the other league, get to know these other archetypes because we know there's talent there. Obviously, these teams scouted their best geographical players by region and then tried to attract other talent. And all they need is what? The collective's attention, aka currency, to continue to build their league. And DC Power making this bid for Trinity Rodman. Washington Spirit gave NWSL a contract to re-sign Robin, and they said no. And like I said, she want to stay local. Literally, she said, "I'll stay. I want to." She said everything. She said yes, nigga. She literally said yes to y'all, and y'all said no to her because of her contract. I don't know how Robin's feeling, homie. She's a Gemini, obviously, but I'm just like, no, that's like what did she say? What rule did she break that they didn't want? That what rule did she break? And then, like I said, when I look at Robin, obviously she has similarities to Nita, right? So I want the best for her. Obviously, I don't want her to be rejected. And she's probably let me see, who's in y'all league right now? You know, I'm trying to think about the players that are in your league. And I only know a couple. Really, though. I only know Barbara Banda, Shadwinga, Marta, Davinia, Via. I only know the internationals and then a couple of our American girls. And that's it. And then you leave Rodman. Rodman go to Europe. All that currency gone. Y'all let Alyssa Thompson leave. Y'all let Naomi Germa leave. Y'all did that. And then y'all reject Rodman's. Then y'all reject Rodman for saying yes. It's like they couldn't believe that she said yes, but then within her rules. Like, I'll stay within this if I can get this. And she said, if I can get this, nigga. Because she was like, but, and that's the thing, it's like, okay, if I can get this, I'll stay. And they're like, no. So something has to get changed. Something has to change. There has to be wiggle room. What do I have to give up? Like I said, it doesn't matter where y'all go from here. Nigga, they said no the first time, nigga. Doesn't matter where you go from here. They said no the first time. You're Robin's first, nigga. I wanna stay in your league and I just want all this. Can you check all these boxes? I want all this from y'all. Can y'all do that for me? And they said no. And why not? Why would they say no to Rodman? It does control, really? Is it really control? Like I said, NWSL is eating its own self, bro. I mean, we can't make up these articles. I can't believe what we're reading. NWSL rejects to re-sign Trinity Rodman. Like, what? Huh? Nah, nigga, you heard that right. Nah, nigga, this is crazy. All I can say is the club has been doing all it can, above and beyond, to make sure there's a path for Rodman to stay. Spirit owner Michelle King told The Athletic on Tuesday, "We've done that in partnership with the league. Commissioner Bourbon has been directly involved in negotiations between Spirit and Rodman's representation. All standard players agreements are signed with the NWSL itself rather than any individual teams. Ahead of the championship, Bourbon said the league wants the top players of the world in NWSL. Particularly, we want Trinity in the NWSL, she said, and we will fight for her. It's unclear how Bourbon and the league vetoing the Spirit's considerable offer leaves the state of negotiations moving forward. Type shit ass nigga, like real shit. It's uncool. Like, nigga, what? Y'all rejected Trinity Rodman? Trinity Rodman contract? Watch the Spirit offer rejected by NWSL. And the CBA complaint says, the CBA says it was compliant. Says NWSL PA. And like I said, they even saying, nigga, it was in the rules, nigga. They saying it was in the rules. It was in the rules of the rules. And y'all still said no? And y'all still said no. It was in the rules of the rules. And y'all still said no, nigga. Oh boy, I think the agent said he was disappointed. Let's watch him real quick. The agent said he was disappointed, niggas. Everyone was taking L. Like everyone was so sad. Like I said, I'm DC Power Gang, obviously, but niggas that wanted Robin to stay here are actually shook. You can actually feel bad for Michelle King. You're like, damn, my billions don't mean nothing to you. Like, my $1 billion don't mean nothing to you. Yeah, they don't. Like, really? Like, you're not gonna bend it for Rodman? No. Rodman? Fuck no. Cause they got these media right deals that can conflate with the money. Michelle King's probably like, nigga, I could just throw you a couple million, nigga. Like, y'all need some money, nigga. Like I said, I can throw you a little couple million. Stop acting like Michelle King can't bail y'all out real quick. All y'all's owners can't bail NWSL out if y'all get into a little money trouble, nigga. See, you know what I'm saying? So the money ain't the issue. It's something else. And it's like, what does Rodman represent? And it's too late, nigga. Y'all rejected Rodman. Y'all should have just said yes. I would have been talking about something else tonight. Y'all should have just said, yes, Rodman, we accept you for who you are and all that you're value. And then he's like, no, Rodman, we reject whatever you thought that you put on paper here. Like I said, it could be not that big of a look, nigga. I'm just saying. I'm all DC. I'm DC Power. Oh, let's listen to what's his name? Like I said, they really don't want to see her win. Obviously, it's a given. Oh yeah. Okay.
One of the biggest stars in U.S. women's soccer right now is in the spotlight over a heated contract negotiation. Trinity Rodman has led the Washington Spirit to the NWSL finals in the past 2 years. She's also an Olympic gold medalist. The Spirit reportedly offered her a new 4-year deal worth more than $1 million per year. But the league rejected it, saying it violates the salary cap. The Players Union has filed a grievance claiming that rejecting the contract violates its agreement with the league. We asked Commissioner Jessica Berman about the salary standoff before the NWSL finals.
We're going to fight for Trinity. We hope she's going to be playing in our league next season.
Do you think the money is...
So was this before? So you trying to tell me this was before the final? Y'all rejected Trinity? And we're just now hearing about it in a way like this? Hold on now. This don't make no sense. The timeline ain't timelining. He said just before the end of it. So it's like, okay, so it's like, well, did they make a contract bid for her right before the NWSL final? That's what he said, right? Alright, this is some trippy shit. But I guess whether the timeline exists, flip-floppy, they still said no. See or no? They still said no. They still said no. No. Okay. They still said do better. Give me something better. Give me something different.
fair right now for the players?
I think.
And honestly, I wasn't even trying to listen to this lady first. I wanted to actually listen to the agent, so.
Big hit for the Washington Spirit. Breaking overnight, the National Women's Soccer League is reportedly rejecting the Spirit's multi-million-dollar offer to keep soccer superstar Trinity Rodman.
Rodman's upcoming free agency was really a hot topic during last month's championship game. Now the Spirit's concerns have become a reality. Jess Arnold is in the newsroom tracking this developing story. Good morning, Jess.
Good morning. Yeah, now this rejection comes because NWSL Commissioner Jessica Berman said the offer violated the spirit of the rules, according to Bloomberg, which broke the story. Now, Berman has said that salary caps are designed to level the playing field, but she also insists that the league is fighting hard to keep its top talent. She said so just weeks ago before the NWSL final.
Specifically as it relates to Trinity and candidly any other top player in the world, we want those top players here in the NWSL, and particularly we want Trinity in the NWSL, and we will fight for her.
Overnight, a league spokesperson told Bloomberg that they are, quote unquote, utilizing every lever available within their rules to keep Rodman. The New York Times is reporting that the Spirit had proposed a 4-year scaling contract that would pay Rodman more in the final 2 years of the deal, but their source didn't specify numbers beyond an annual average of over $1 million. According to league rules, the team salary cap would be $4.9 million by the end of 2029. But after Berman rejected the offer, the Players Association filed a grievance late last night, arguing the contract did not violate any NWSL rules. Now, we haven't heard from Rodman yet on this deal, but she did speak about focusing on the game a couple weeks ago.
I think trying my hardest to kind of stay in this bubble that we've always created at Spirit, and that's what most sports teams try to do, is to just stay together and to cancel out the noise that may distract us or overwhelm us.
This morning, no word from the Spirit either.
Look, she has changed the conversation around women being paid in soccer.
Right.
And we're just at the tip of the iceberg here with this.
And it's very competitive. When you're a star and people, you're in high demand, international market for soccer is huge.
Sure.
So it's very competitive, and that's why the league over here wants her to stay.
Especially as the face of the franchise.
As the face of the franchise, yes.
Not them calling Rodman the face of the franchise. And I gotta find the article with the agent in it, cause I thought I had it. Oh. Okay, here it is. Okay, here it. Well, I guess we'll. Well, yeah, let me just download it quick. Yeah, they don't want to see Rodman win, obviously. They don't want to see Rodman win. They don't want to see Rodman get the bag, play NWSL football, live her life in y'all's league, in y'all's cap space, within y'all's confinement. That y'all don't want to see Rodman win within your bubble? That's what it's exposing, nigga. Y'all are exposing. Y'all don't want to see Rodman win within your league, within your confine. She's gonna not exploit. She's gonna find every loophole she can. Okay, I already downloaded it. Cool. She's gonna find every loophole she can to play within y'all's rules, within y'all's league. And y'all still said no. I'm honestly baffled. Nigga, everybody talking about it. Not everybody. But any you don't I don't Once again, Trinity Rodman's free agency. NWSL commissioner reportedly vetoes Spirit multi-million-dollar offer. So this was written on December 3rd. Everyone been breaking this news, but it's like then we saw. Oh, we're gonna recap that video we just started because we're not sure when the timeline of the bid of the bid may have happened like a couple days prior, obviously. So the bid could have happened before the NWSL championship, obviously, and that they just broke off the article after everything has settled. But DC Power. Shout out to DC Power and their bid that literally triggered Michelle Kang to have to offer what they offered Rodman. And she said yes. And the NWSL said no. The Washington Spirit bid to retain Trinity Rodman has reportedly hit a new obstacle. The NWSL commissioner, Jessica Bergman. That's crazy. According to the Bloomberg, the Spirit have a multi-million-dollar offer prepared for Rodman. And the four-star was already to accept only for Bergman to veto a deal that would have kept one of the faces of the NWSL in USA. The $4 million deal, the 4-year deal reportedly would have paid Rodman more than $1 million per year, similar to what she had been given from top European clubs. And what about DC Power? DC Power? DC Power? Once again. But with a sliding scale that would have paid her significantly more than the second half of the deal. That would have coincided with the expiration of the NWSL media rights deal, with more money theoretically coming in with the new deal. Berman reportedly felt the structure of the contract would have violated the spirit of the league. In response, the NWSL Players Associations has reportedly filed a grievance on Rodman's behalf. The league comment from The Athletic: "Our goal is to ensure that the very best players in the world, yada yada yada." While the NWSL says it wants to do whatever it can to retain Rodman while remaining within the rules, it's unclear what rule the proposed contract would have actually violated. The Athletic notes that the NWSL salary cap regulations do not appear to forbid increasing a salary year to year as long as the team remains under the salary cap, and there's no limit to how big a single player salary can get. The salary cap is reportedly set to grow to $3.5 million in 2026 to $4.9 million in 2029. Like I said, we know they play within the rules of the rules. None of that.
All right.
Oh,
So we've spent all.
It says on what the fuck? Hold on, we rolled down too fast. It says none of that is encouraging news for anyone invested in Rodman's continuing her NWSL tenure. With European clubs continuing to circle her talents while being unbound by a salary cap, that situation is becoming more referendum on the salary cap itself, as more than a few notable players such as Naomi Gurma, Alyssa Thompson have already crossed. Anyways, it says Rodman agent has reportedly even met Berman to try to figure out a solution, but we do know at least one idea won't pass muster. What the fuck? It says Spirit reach. Oh, okay. Nigga. Okay, let's get into. Alright, this nigga. Like I said, they said that her contract violated the spirit of the league. I understand. It totally was just like, nah, nigga, this everything that you're asking for is everything that we're against. It's literally violated my spirit. You ever had someone violate your spirit? Like, those are mirror graphics of you need to understand the totality and the weight of what she said about Rodman's contract. It was a violation. It was a code they would never cross the line for. They would never do whatever Rodman wanted. They would never do that for her. It's a violation, nigga. We would never ever cross the line for you in that way. Ever. We would never been. You are too big for our system, Rodman. Obviously, you're too astronomical. Like I said, within their little game, like I said, you look at the NWSL when it comes to like a women's league, but they're not really a women's league. They're like a very small container, especially the way they're going. Obviously, selling their best talent right to Europe, so it's like you got people leaving. Are you able to attract just as much as have people leaving? And once again, it says Trinity Rodman's future in doubt after NWSL commissioner blocks record-breaking contract. Nigga, everyone. So this was yesterday. Everyone says, hey, the NWSL said it'd fight to retain superstar Trinity Rodman as expectations has swirled regarding her future in the league. Once again, league commissioner Jessica Berman reportedly rejected an unprecedented multi-million-dollar deal. Nah, nigga, y'all crazy. It says, some wonder whether the NWSL would adopt the MLS destination player rule, also known as the Beckham rule, which allows clubs to sign up to 3 players to higher wages that wouldn't go against the cap. No, nigga, they can't bend the rules for Rodman. They can't bend the rules for Rodman. Why?
One of the biggest stars in U.S. women's soccer right now is in the spotlight over a heated contract negotiation. Trinity Rodman has led the Washington Spirit to the NWSL finals in the past 2 years. She's also an Olympic gold medalist. The Spirit reportedly offered her a new 4-year deal worth more than $1 million per year. But the league rejected it, saying it violates the salary cap. The Players Union has filed a grievance claiming that rejecting the contract violates its agreement with the league. We asked Commissioner Jessica Berman about the salary standoff before the NWSL finals.
We're going to fight for Trinity. We hope she's going to be playing in our league next season.
Do you think the money is fair right now for the players?
I think that we made a decision as a league to build this as a business and not as a charity. So that means that we have to make sure that we're growing the business at the same time that we're raising the salary cap. And we've actually quadrupled our salary cap in the last 3 seasons.
We're now joined by Trinity Rodman's agent, Mike Sinkowski, to help us unpack all of this. Hey, good morning, Mike. How are you doing?
Good afternoon from Madrid. Good morning to you, man. Good to see
from
you.
Madrid. You are living the dream, man. I might have to meet you there during the commercial break. But let's talk about what's going on right now. So the reports are that she was offered a 4-year deal worth more than $1 million per, which basically quadruples her salary. What can you tell us about the Washington Spirit's offer?
Yeah, look, we worked really hard to put together an agreement that we felt complied with the CBA. Would keep Trinity in the league for the foreseeable future. Obviously, we're disappointed. You know, when we pressed the league office for a response and as to the reasoning as to why they would reject it, as to which rule it violated, the answer is, you know, there isn't any rule that it violated. It's against the spirit of the rules. And as you may or may not know, there is no maximum salary within the.
And there it is. It's a violation. It's like you can't come to them with a contract that you feel like you deserve. Like I said, they said right there, there's no violation. Well, he pre-pressing Mike. Whatever. What was that nigga name? Mike. We'll recap it. It was a violation of the spirit. They felt violated by that contract offer. Literally, they felt like that should. Remember how we were talking about symbolic violence when it comes to Mary Fowler? NWSL felt like Trinity Rodman's contract violated their spirit, and their firm said no. I can't believe it. Like, so what league do you play for? I mean, look, I don't even know. What is the NWSL now?
Collective bargaining agreement of the NWSL. So if that ever became too much of a burden on the salary cap, teams can do things to fit players within the cap, right? One can be restructuring the deal like you did with the Detroit Lions back in 2013.
Yeah.
You know, you can certainly in soccer, in the global game of football soccer, players get sold for transfer fees, and that's something you can do. And then lastly, you know, within the collective bargaining agreement, and if it came to this, there's a buyout provision that allows every team to buy out 1 player a year, and it doesn't count against the salary cap.
Could something like this drive Trinity overseas if we can't land this plane?
Look, with no certain way to get her fair market value within the NWSL, naturally that forces you and encourages you to look elsewhere, right? I can tell you she has greater value than the deal she signed with the Spirit that was rejected.
She has greater value with other clubs than what she signed with the Spirit, which they rejected. She was already taking less than her value, and they still rejected it. And it's just another sign for Rodman. I mean, another rejection, Rodman? You really got to start thinking, Rodman. Why are you being rejected for even lesser value within the rules of their league? That's what your agent just said. So we already know European teams have more cash to splash. DC Power? It's probably a team he's talking about. So they're another team that's domestic though. So we know that the bids we already know DC Power already outbids Washington. That's the one that broke the bet. And now it's more confirmation from the agent that these contracts are well over what Washington got Trinity to say yes for. That's crazy. Like, think about that. And that's why he's like, we've been pressing these niggas. Like, what's wrong? And he said it's a violation of their spirit. They can't have what we talk about, uncontrollable archetypes. Trinity Rodman asking for what she wants. Uncontrollable archetypes, what they represent. Women getting their value and their currency and their market. And NWSL isn't budging on. And like I said, it's like, damn. NWSL is really not looking good right now. They just continue to go down their own cycle. Like, it really is. Like, y'all, I keep telling y'all. Like, it's not like we did not break down. Look, this is another confirmation. NWSL literally, like, they're doing it to their own. We don't even have to do nothing now. Like, it's continuing to show, like, you're not gonna take Michelle Kang's billions. All right, let's watch the like really though. It was a violation to the spirit. That's the rhetoric. A violation to the spirit. Trinity Rodman's bid was a violation to the spirit. That's wicked work. I'm telling you, wicked. The audacity of her to have the courage to come at them with this type of contract within our rules, within our regulations. The audacity. I just can't believe it. I mean, what kind of league is this? What's so wrong about Rodman? Like, well, what is it? A violation of the spirit? Makes you wonder, right? Makes you wonder. That's why they're like, what is it really? It's just the disgust that she has the ability, the option. They're like, that's why I said they don't want her. Fuck her. Get rid of her. They don't want her. I tell you, they don't want her. I tell you, they don't want her. They don't want her. They don't want her. What we tell y'all? They don't want Rodman. They going with their agenda. They're like, see, they're thinking, they're weighing the pros and cons. They're like, what about our mission and, the 4 C's? And they're like, well, can we really and then she asked for all this shit. Is she really worth it all? And she settled, man. And like I said, and she settled. And she's settling. That's the fucked up part. It's like, ooh, Rodman's settling. And they still saying no. And they saying it's a violation of the spirit. It's just all around disgust. Like, all around disgust. I don't know, like, about y'all, but this is, like, crazy. And so it's like, damn, Rodman, you watching what you seeing what we seeing, homie? I don't know what's going on behind the scenes, but I mean, nigga, damn. Like, oh Lord. So, NWSL is not looking pretty right now. I mean, like, y'all going against even your own, like, people in y'all's, circle are like, wait, what? Y'all said no? It's a violation of the spirit. What the fuck does that mean, nigga? A violation of the spirit and their 4 C's rhetoric is probably some fucked up shit, ultimately. In the independent collective, that's their superpower. The violation of the independent collective. And like I said, I thought Michelle Kang was a part of the independent collective. Now I'm starting to think maybe she's not.
In Europe, she even has a greater deal within the U.S. in another league.
Oh, she even has a greater value with a team in America with another league. So once again, he confirmed DC Power's bid once again outbids Washington Kang Spirits currently, and they still said no. Once again, the agent confirmed DC Power have outbid Washington Kang Spirit, obviously. She has deals abroad, deals domestic, all greater value than what she said yes to. That she said yes to is because she wanted to play in y'all's league, and y'all said no to because it was a violation of the spirit. Oh my God, that's crazy work, bro. Like, think about that. Like, a violation of the spirit. That's some shit I would say. You know what I'm saying? NWSL out here, man, nigga, she violated our spirit, nigga, with that contract. I'm like, damn, that's some Anita shit. Like, hold on, now y'all speaking like me? No, not NWSL speaking like me. Anita, like, they're like, nah, nigga, that's a violation of the spirit, dog. Anita gonna understand. They're disgusted by Rodman's bid for herself, her appreciation of herself. That's crazy. They felt like she valuing herself way too much, nigga. And she's taking less than other teams already see her more as. That's what's crazy. And they still said no. It's like, damn, NWSL? You looking at NWSL like, what totality is ruling y'all? What entity is monitoring y'all? What entity is making y'all take the deals? What deals do you want to take? A violation of the spirit makes you know that NWSL is in deep.
So there's money on the table elsewhere.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
All right, we're talking business, and as you mentioned, I've been through this a few times over. My time in the league, I signed 3 separate contracts. It would have absolutely gutted me if my agent said, we have a great deal for you. It is going to give you what you feel like your value is, but the bad news is the league has rejected it. That would blow my mind. I don't know how I would feel about that as a player in the NFL. How is Trinity feeling?
She's disappointed, right? She wanted to go back and play in DC in front of the fans, continue to work with Michelle Kang, and be a part of the league, right? The one thing I can say that's a little bit different from maybe your experience is the game of global soccer football has leagues all around the world, right? And so if you get rejected in one league, you can certainly go somewhere else, right?
And you mentioned that there is money on the table elsewhere, but I'm sure the conversations are still going on with the NWSL and the Washington Spirit. Is she willing to leave that other money on the table if you can work out a deal for her in the NWSL?
We'll see how this process evolves over these next weeks or so. The biggest challenge, Nate, is they don't have a certain way at the moment to pay her fair market value, right?
They don't have a way to pay her at her fair market value. Their system is capped. Their system is it's too small to contain an archetype like Rodman. Ultimately, Rodman's archetype, her value, her market value, once again, is exposing the league, and then the league won't even budge to expand to Rodman. Open up your wings and if so expand to Rodman. They don't want to embrace, they don't want to see, they don't want to embrace, you don't want Rodman to, she choosing y'all niggas. It's so toxic. God damn it. Oh, she want to build with Michelle Kang, nigga. You know what I'm saying? She want to stay here with the fans, nigga. She want to be with y'all. And y'all still say no? Damn, Trinity. He said that she's disappointed. I would be too, Rodman. Now all that rhetoric talking about when Michelle Kang, because it's like that's what the agent's telling Rodman probably. But she still accepted less than her value. But then they said no. But let's see. We got the rest of this. I wish I found another video. I wish there was like more of this. A little bit more, but we're gonna replay it because he does give us practically a good update on Rodman's side of the story, and more insight on the bids. And like I said, this story is crazy. They don't want to re-sign. They don't want Rodman to be in the league. It'd be like, no, think about it. What if she just asked for? What if she asked for completely? Like I said, it's the thing. It's like they're all. Nah, this is crazy. This is crazy. I just can't believe it. They really rejected Rodman.
And we thought we had a very good way to do it that complied with the collective bargaining agreement, which is why, we are where we are here now.
I hear you on that, Mike. All right, Mike Sinkowski, thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate you.
Yo, the name Mike Definitely run it back real quick. Yeah, man. Trinity Rodman. I can't believe y'all said no. Like, no explanation. It's a violation of the spirit. I mean, you would have to make people believe this is something that y'all even talk about. What's the spirit of the NWSL? So once we know what the spirit of the NWSL is, and then what is Rodman, the spirit of the what's Rodman's spirit, right? Because I mean, it's a violation of the spirit, and he really thought that they played within the rules. He really They probably like, man, we dotted our I's, crossed our T's. Like I said, Michelle Kane has the money for it. So that was always never gonna be an issue. But it was about, damn, how do we play in their rules to get her the best of what her value is within this kind of time frame, circumstance, simulation. And it's like, damn, they use all their thought power and like processing and data to formulate into a cap system for that cap system to come back and say no. So it just continues to show you. It's like, nah, bro. They don't want to see Robin win. I mean, ultimately, they really don't want to see you win, Rodman. I mean, this is crazy. They don't want to see you win, Rodman. Please don't take it personal, homie. Don't take it personal. I just nah. I think Robin. He said Robin was disappointed. Damn, Robin. I've been disappointed a couple times in my life, so I definitely know what you mean, homie. I definitely know how you feeling, homie. It's like the thing that you want doesn't want you. The thing that you want doesn't want you. Now that we know more insight from the agent, because, all the bids are outbidding Washington. But like I said, Michelle Kang, if she's trying to sign her own player in London City Lionesses, she got the money for it. If Michelle Kang trying to sign Trinity with Lyon, she got the money for it. And then any other European team and DC Power, Cambridge, DC Power Super League, all outbid Washington, which Michelle Kang can match with her other teams. But Rodman, with all that on Rodman, with all that, she still wanted to stay here. Wow. And she's disappointed. That's crazy. That is crazy, bro. It's a violation of the spirit. And what Robin represents is a new pay scale, a new model, a new blueprint. She's a wow. Well, it just shows like this is not going to work. Robin has to bend even more to their will to be able to assimilate even more. Um, and then others will have to fall in line behind that. That's what in totality it is. they can get Rodman to bend to, like, because they can't even, then again, it's like they said it was a violation of the spirit, so ain't no telling what type of time they on right now, you know what I mean? Ain't no type of telling what type of time they on. Wow. And all the players are watching like, damn, this is crazy. 4K, this is what we're witnessing. Robin's deal got rejected. I guess I'll read some articles. This is Just Women's Sports. NWSL slams the flagrant free agency violation, files grievance in Trinity Rodman's contract saga. The NWSL Players Association has filed a grievance against the NWSL in response to the league's report veto of multi-million-dollar deal contract offer from the Washington Spirit to retain star forward Trinity Rodman, alleging that blocking the deal puts the NWSL in violation of multiple sanctions of their current CBA. Commissioner Jessica Berman reportedly vetoed a 4-year deal that would see Rodman earn an average of more than $1 million per year, saying that the backloaded structure of the contract violated the spirit of the league's rules by trying to circumvent the salary cap, calling it flagrant violation of Rodman's free agency rights. The NWSL instead asserts that scaled contracts are legal under the current CBA, which includes a section specifically stating that a player's free agency rights as set forth here subdue any other inconsistent NWSL rules, regulations, handbooks, and competition guidelines. It comes down to a very simple premise. NWSLPA executive Megan told The Athletic, if they can mess with Trinity Rodman's free agency rights, they can mess with anyone, and we won't stand for that. Trinity Rodman's free agency rights and how she can move around in the NWSL. The grievances, okay. The grievances, because like I said, it's like, it doesn't make sense. She played within their rules, nigga. She played within their rules. And their rules are so lower than everyone else. So the fact that they did all this just shows it's crazy, diabolical. Estimated salary cap growth could put Rodman's deal. Notably, while the salary cap increases each year, team revenue share from the previous season is tracked into the base annual members, meaning all multi-year party contracts are calculated using best estimates for future salary cap figures. In Rodman's case, the Spirit are estimating the new NWSL media rights contract in 2028 will likely raise the salary cap beyond its current base of $4.7 million. The CBA also provides for a contract buyout for teams to remain in compliance should those salary caps estimates to precede the actual cap in the future. All parties can do is make good faith estimate of what they think is going to be negotiated fair market value, Burke said. League sources did confirm The Athletic and the NSL would approve a base $1 million per year offer to Rodman immediately if presented. Huh? It says league sources did confirm The Athletic that the NWSL could approve a base $1 million per year offer to Rodman immediately if presented. While the exact amount of the structural details of Spirit offer to Rodman and the NWSL veto remain murky, the league will soon have to answer to the grievances. Damn. So this is their rhetoric. They say, if they can mess with Trinity Rodman's free agency rights, they can mess with anyone's, and we won't stand for it. Okay. Hey man. The plot thickens. So we now know some more perspectives in the realm The ladies are thinking about free agency rights and just pretty much being able to move. And like literally, she wants to stay in her own league. And so players like, man, and I guess if they're in their way of thinking, it makes sense because they're trying to think about if I would move to a club in this league, would they block it if I wanted more money? And then it's like, damn, I really do got to think about going to the Gamebridge Super League where they won't restrict my free agency rules. And now they, said like NWSL is making more exits available for players that are like, I'm not even trying to do all this mess. Real talk. Just to stay in the league, I'd rather just dip out. There's a league, I don't even have to go that far. There you go, Gamebridge Super League. Once again, man, where is this? Where is this? I'm done. Let me see. I like to say, NWSL rejects Trinity Rodman. I mean, like I said, they don't really want to see her win, and we know why. Is she gonna be the foundational model backbone? They want more control, submission over Rodman. The league doesn't think she's that of much value compared to what she values herself. They couldn't have a melanated player be a blueprint that the league copies and they talk about. I mean, there's so many things. It's a violation of the spirit. That's what they're telling us. And when it comes to violation of the spirit, that's some shit that, if someone violated my spirit, nigga, I probably wouldn't forgive them niggas. Probably not fuck with those niggas. We're going to see how everyone reacts and responds, aka what the hell's going to turn out with Rodman. Where's she going to play football at? She want to stay home. She chose NWSL, nigga, and they said no. I mean, I'm